Dear Boomers, today we continue with the Tao Te Ching as translated, or I should say, as expounded by Wayne Dyer in his book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And today, the Tao is empty, but inexhaustible. Now, there's a paradox that we have talked about earlier that Lao Tzu had talked about paradoxes. Um, and so today we will be exploring one of the most powerful and mysterious verses of the Tao Te Ching, verse 4. It speaks to the Tao as empty, yet inexhaustible, bottomless, yet the source of everything. Let's walk gently together into this ancient wisdom and see what it offers us, especially now in the sacred chapter of our lives, dear boomers. The Tao is empty and it is inexhaustible, it is bottomless, and it is the ancestor of all. Emptiness, it might sound like nothingness, like absence, but in the Tao, emptiness is potential. Emptiness is the womb of creation and is the great mystery that births all things, but remains unseen. Can we have faith in that which is unseen? I think we can. We have to put our mind to it. In our own lives, especially as boomers and seniors and elders, we may find ourselves emptying out and we retire, we let go of roles, we shed identities. But what if this emptiness is not the end? What if it's a return to source? And what if it's a reconnection with something inexhaustible, something that is timeless and true? So, within it, the sharp edges become smooth. This is within emptiness. The sharp edges become smooth, the twisted knots loosen, and the sun is softened by a cloud, and the dust settles into place. The Tao does not force change. It allows change to happen. Nice knots untie themselves. Sharpness is smooth. No striving, no fixing, no controlling. In a world that often demands speed, productivity, and results, this verse invites us to slow down and trust the process. It invites us to soften and it invites the dust to settle. Ask yourself, what are the knots in my life that need loosening simply because I stopped pulling on them? That is an interesting idea. So instead of thinking I have to control the unloosening of everything that is in my life, I just let it all go. Let it go to the higher power, divinity. And it is hidden. Here's another part of the verse. It is hidden, but always present. I do not know who gave birth to it. It seems to be the common ancestor of all, the father of all things. We don't have to understand the Tao with our minds. We simply learn to feel it in the quiet moments, in the breath between the thoughts, in the stillness after a loss, after change, and after release. The common ancestor of all is not a figure in the sky, but a presence that is within, a spaciousness, a knowing that transcends belief or dogma. So, what does verse 4 offer us, especially now? It reminds us that emptiness is not something to fear. It reminds us that surrender is not weakness. And it reminds us that the source of everything is already within us. And in that emptiness, that bottomless well of being, we can discover not just peace, but purpose, not just stillness, transformation, and connection. Thank you for joining me. The connection that I would refer to now is the Dear Boomer community, and the link is in the description below. There will be videos that show up here, and there I ask you to subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you. Love you all. And I do. I love you all. Bye.